My name is Caitlin Hammon. I am from Clayfield High's local Future Business Leaders of America chapter, and today for my Sterling Scholar application, we will be presenting a 5-minute excerpt from our parliamentary procedure script. We have used this script to compete at regional, state, and national levels. For the sake of time, we will not be reading the minutes from the secretary nor the treasurer's report. Is my team ready? With that, I'll go ahead and begin. This meeting of Clayfield High's local Future Business Leader of America chapter is now called into session. Seeing as the minutes have already been read and approved by the Secretary and the Treasurer's report has already been filed for audit, we will move on to any business that needs to come before me at this time. Is there any such motions?
Madam President,
Mariah,
I move that the meeting adjourn at 4 p.m.
is there a second to this motion?
I second that motion.
Seeing as this motion has been made and seconded, we will now move on to voting on it. This is a main motion that requires a majority vote. Are you ready for the question? The question is whether or not to adjourn this meeting at 4 p.m. All those in favor of the question, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. This meeting will be adjourned at 4 p.m. Is there any future business to come before me at this time?
Madam President,
Mariah,
I move to reconsider the vote on the motion relating to having refreshments at our meetings. I voted on the prevailing side.
is there a second to this motion?
I second the motion.
Seeing as the motion has been made and seconded, we will now open up this floor for debate. Is there any debate upon this question?
Madam President,
Mariah,
I think that it would be beneficial for our club to have refreshments at our meeting because it would help encourage other members to attend the meeting. It will also allow for us to be more motivated to get business completed.
Madam President,
Ryan,
I would like to agree with Clint. We are lacking in our meeting attendance, and I think that if we had refreshments in our meetings, we could get more members to attend.
is there any future discussion? Seeing as there's no more discussion, we will now bring the question to a vote. Are you ready for the question? The question is whether or not on the adoption of the motion to have refreshment at all future meetings. This requires a majority vote. All those in favor of the question, please say aye.
Aye.
All those in negation? Seeing as the ayes have it, we will now affirm the question and have refreshments at our meetings. Is there any more business to come before me at this time?
Madam President,
Mariah,
I move that a 5K run be put in place in order to raise money for our club.
is there a second to this motion?
I second the motion.
Seeing as the motion has been made and seconded, we will now open the floor for debate. Is there any debate upon this motion?
Madam President, I feel that it is important to have a 5K run because it would be something that would bring funding to our club. We could also work with other clubs at the school and have them get involved as well.
Madam President,
Diana,
as treasurer, I don't believe we have sufficient funds in our budget right now to put on a 5K run, and we should wait until we compete at state.
Madam President,
Ryan,
I agree with Diana. With the state competition coming up in 2 weeks, I think that we need to focus on preparing for that rather than putting together a 5K run. Many of our members are preparing for their competition. They don't have time to get together with us to prepare a run.
Madam President, I disagree. I think that if we put a 5K run together now, we can put it together fast and it won't take away any of the time for our members to prepare. We can also raise enough money not only to pay for the state competition, but also to pay for nationals and get sponsored so it doesn't take too much out of our budget. Also, it wouldn't take that long to put it together and we could raise the money and put it towards other things that our club is interested in.
Madam President,
Diana,
I believe that if we do put on the 5K run, that we should wait after we prepare and compete at the state so that we can use the sufficient funds for our national competition, and it would allow for us to have more time to prepare the run as well.
seeing as there's no more debate on this topic, we will now move it on to a vote. All those in favor of the question, are you ready for the question? I decided to include this video with my Sterling Scholar application because I wanted to show how my ability to communicate and how my ability to lead and run an efficient meeting has real-world applicability. Instead of being able to walk into an interview and say, I can do this and I've done these accomplishments, I wanted to include this to allow you as the judge to look at something and see that I do have real-world applicability and I do have the ability to run an efficient meeting and to incorporate elements of business and also be able to communicate not only efficiently but effectively and get things off an agenda and to really highlight the abilities that I believe a Sterling Scholar in business and communication should possess.